Hi, Bill here, and today I'll be reviewing Unique Toys UT-05 Day and Night. Basically legend scale versions of Cerebros and Snapdragon. So there it is here. There they are there. There it's there. Product's over 15 years old. It says ages 15 and up. Day and Night, Unique Toys. So you know I've got their Peru Kill already. You've seen that. Unique Toys at the back. There's a product shot at the back of them. I decided to get this Snapdragon rather than the Earthrise. I'll go into more why when we get into the figure. You see the figure. There's no Fort Max. There's no Unique Toys Fort Max body, so it's just the head. It's just Cerebros. But it's quite a nice figure. And there it is. So without further ado, I will get it out the box. Give me a sec. And here they are out the packaging. Now it does come with instructions. There they are there. Just a folded up sheet, basically. As you can see, you get Cerebros, just basically Fort Max's head, even though he's got no body, from Unique Toys, and Snapdragon. There. Okay, that's that, and it comes with a baggie of parts. Obviously 2 bladed weapons for Cerebros and 2 rear tail wings stroke dragon wings. There, so comes with a baggie. Take them out, and you can put these bits together. Now I don't know how well that will come across, because I can zoom it in there. It's detailed, as you can see. A little tab, a little peg on it, and a little tab there. So the other one's just the same. I'll just show one of the swords off, because they're both just the same actually. No difference. Actually, there might be a difference. There is a difference. That's solid plastic, and this one is actually translucent. So there is a difference with that one, but the wing parts are not different. So you get a solid one, and you get a translucent one. There they are there. The solid ones at the top, and translucent ones at the bottom. So there we go. Yeah, they're both the same design, but one's translucent and the other's solid. Yeah, so there we are. So that's what you get with that. You can put them in the hands of the figure. I'm not quite sure how this is supposed to hold this. It looks weird to me. I don't know why you would. I'm not sure how you're supposed to hold this, but you can put it in its fist. Good if it was actually in focus, wouldn't it? There we go. But you can put them in the fist, I think, unless it can go up there, because obviously that's meant to fit in there like that. But or maybe you can put them in there like this, because I know they're meant to fit in there like that. So, but he is supposed to hold it as a weapon, but I'm not 100% sure how. And that's obviously Snapdragon's feet. I don't know. I don't want to break it. It's got the blooming thing. I don't want to break it, but I'm sure I've seen another review where it's held it in there. It's supposed to hold it, but it doesn't make any sense as a weapon. It's weird. I'm not too keen as it as a weapon. I don't quite know how it's supposed to hold that, unless it's them. If it's one of them, then maybe you put it in like this. I think this is probably it. I've probably got that wrong. You're probably putting that in there, because that can't fit all the way through there, can it? Hold on. Maybe if you half put it in there. and then half put it in the other one, put it in the other side. If you kind of half put it in and half put it in the other side, then kind of squeeze it, you kind of get a weapon like that, maybe, that it will hold, because obviously it will fit in his fist. I shouldn't be taking up a lot of time doing this when you've got transformation. There you go. You can hold it like that, but you've got to half put the tablet in one side and half tablet in the other, and it meets in the middle inside there. It does hold, you see me doing it, so, but either that or you can put one up there, it looks weird like that, and tab one completely through. So that's how you would do that, and there he is holding his weapon. So it's a weird looking weapon, but that's it. Okay, I don't even know if you can put the two together, I forgot to check. I don't think you can. No, I don't think you could put the two together, because how would it connect to each other? So yeah, that's weird. But that's how I would do it anyway. I'm not 100% sure if there's another way you could do it, or if it's a way you could integrate this bit onto it, but that's how I'm doing it anyway. So you can get a weapon going like that, okay, and that's that. So put them aside. So there we go. So we've got Snapdragon in our hands, so we'll show you it off. It's got a head articulation, since it's a tiny headmaster anyway. You can move them bits like that. It is a Legends class scale figure. I'll show that in a minute. Size articulation, you can move them. It does have waist articulation, but probably for transformation purposes. You can bend it at the knee like that. It's got a ball joint or some. Yeah, it does have a ball joint. There's a ball joint for the foot, so obviously you can get ankle articulation. The knee can go that forward and it can go that far back, so you can get right good range of movement. Obviously it's going to go out to the side. You can do the KO. The arms can go up like that much. It can go right round. It's in a ball joint as well. You've got obviously a ball joint for the fist, but that's to turn it round for the dragon mode or dinosaur mode or whatever you want to call it. It's a ball joint there for the mid-arm section, so that's a ball joint. So there we go. So yeah, it's fully articulated little figure, which is pretty cool. And you get ball joint for the thing. I don't know, I mean, this can move up like this for some weird reason if you want to hide the fact that it's oh, I don't want that coming off. I don't know why that moved like that, but yeah, and obviously the dragon or dinosaur hands are back there. Now the reason I got this was because it does the dragon wings on this. You can turn them into dragon wings that the Earthrise version doesn't have. The Earthrise version, the wings on it are moulded in. You can't take them off and turn it and then connect some things together to form dragon wings. That's the whole point of Snapdragon. It turns into a dragon. And dragons usually, apart from Komodos, dragons most have wings. So, or a lot of Transformer characters, Winged Predaking from Transformers Prime, and Beast, whatever it is, Hunters has wings, and things like that. So yeah, and Megatron, Transmetal 2, a dragon with wings. So yeah, so there's a lot of them, and I think you can lower that and get the tech specs, although it's not showing any, it's just pure silver there, there's no colours on it. You can take the head off. Now the head, it's got little tabs there that just slot in there, and it's got a peg that goes into the back. So it's that peg that moves the head, and obviously it's got the tabs there. But you know, it only can move so far. It can't move right round because of these tabs. So yeah, not very good because it's got a limited articulation. You can't swing the head right round. The other thing I like about this is that dragon head is a lot better. You know, it's not a Titan Master legs are forming it over. It's a lot more gappy and a lot of thing of it. The Earthrise one does. This one is a lot better. You know, it's a lot cleaner, a lot better than that Titan Master's legs doubling as the lower jaw of the dragon head. You know, has issues with that. It's all gappy and doesn't line up properly and all sorts of things. This one sits more flush because it isn't a Titan Master that's in there. So it looks a lot better. And yeah, right, we'll get size comparison with, if I can find the blooming thing, Transformers Legends Scale, Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime. Remember Transformers Prime? There it is there. So he does stand, if you can get him to stand, roughly the same height as Snapdragon. So he is standing about the same height. Maybe slightly taller, I don't know with his smokestacks and things, but he's definitely of similar height to that. So it is Legends class, definitely Legends class, Legends scale size figures. And Cerebros is about the same height, I think. Yeah, I mean he's leaning over a wee bit, but he is roughly the same height, yeah, so they're all Legends class. Now, I know you're saying if Snapdragon, what about 8-face? Well, I do have No Minds and Unhappy, so that's 8-face and Highbrow. So that's UT-04. I do have them, and that's a better 8-face than the Siege one, because it's not a square thing with wings hanging off it and jet kibble off it. It's not just a square, and it doesn't have the soapy plastic. So yeah, that's why I decided to get that 8-face, and I'll review it next. I'll review these next. Unfortunately, it just comes with highbrow. It's not a figure I really wanted, but that's just the way it was. I'd rather just keep it packaged with Snapdragon and 8-face, and I would have got it. But it's the way they're packaged these. It comes with another figure that you may or may not want, but that's just the way it is. So I really wanted it for Snapdragon and 8-face, and that's what I've got. So I'll review this after. Look for that. Probably be up here by the time any of you are watching this will see it. So another thing I forgot to do is I got this from a YouTuber. Not a YouTuber. Start again. Oh, one of these days. eBay seller. So the eBay seller is that one there. Yellow B85. Now that's supposed to be an underscore. I know I've put the line in the middle. So it's yellow B underscore 85. I know it's hyphen there, but it's meant to be an underscore. So yellow B85. Go and check his stuff out. And this is where I got this from. Okay. So I'm kind of all mixed up today with what I want to do. So we'll put Cerebros's, we'll have a look at Cerebros, but I'll put his, did that actually go down there? We'll just put them in slightly. I don't want to break the tab. That one actually goes in easier. So we'll have a look at Cerebros now. We'll take him out of the picture and we'll look at Cerebros now. There's Cerebros. His head only moves that much, and yes, his head does come off. It is a double headmaster. It's a tiny headmaster, absolute tiny. Has no arm articulation at all, none whatsoever. That's it. It's just the legs, and that's it. It folds up. No head articulation. It's just two moulded bits with the legs like that, and that's it. So no arm articulation at all, I don't think. No, even that can't close up. So there it is. So that's it. I'll put the head back on. It's just a square peg. It fits in a square hole. So there we go. You can put it on the wrong way to make it look back behind itself, but it's limp. Well, it's eased up now. Okay, it's eased up. But you can get it to look right round. Sorry, it must have been stiff because it's new. Right, you do get these Fort Max. When it's in Fort Max head, you can swing these round and form kind of arm blades. So even though he's got holding weapons, his holding blades, you can also give it these lower elbow blades as well. So that's quite cool. It doubles as elbow blades. Is Fort Max's head's ears. He does have waist rotation, which is pretty cool. Although it's offset slightly. See that? It's a mushroom peg. I think it's in there. You can see it. But it's kind of weird. It's offset. It's obviously part of the transformation, but it is I think that's supposed to be a mushroom peg. So his legs can go up that far. It does have a double joint there. I think that's a ball joint in there, so that's a ball joint. So you can get total movement like that because it's a ball joint, and it has these. It's almost like a ratchet kind of style joint it has there. So. But obviously you have to fold it up to form the head, so it can go that far, and then the head covering, because it will cover up Fort Max's face, so it'll yeah, that's just a covering to cover Fort Max's face. So it goes that far, or if you want, you can put it out that far. So it goes that far. This doesn't lock in, it's unfortunate. It can do the KO like that. It can go down, it can go that far forward. He does have ankle tilt, which is pretty cool. He does have pure ankle tilt, which goes right down like that. And the other leg will do the same. Arms and a ball joint, goes right round. The middle of the arm is in a ball joint as well, can go right round, go up, down like that, round and round. The fist is just moulded. It can't move, I don't think. No, it's moulded in, you can't move the fist, so it just stays the same. It's got these little shoulder bits that can go up and down like this, and that's it. So, oh, and this opens up and you do see text specs. Again, it's just like the other one was silver, this is just plain red. There's no colorations up and down and different levels. It's weird. So, but yeah, I'm not happy about that. That doesn't lock in. I thought if that pegged in and locked in, it would be pretty cool, but you have to watch out for that because it will just do that on you. It will loosen, which isn't very good. Right, let's get other Cerebroses out here, okay? Because I do have a few, as you know, over the years with the different Fort Max. So let's get Perfect Effects Max Warden Cerebros head out here. There's Perfect Effect. Oh god, that foot's really loose for that. So this is Perfect Effects Max Wardens. Oh, that one leg's really loose in this Max Warden. So that's a Max Warden one. Here's a Kabaya, and he's got his little elbow blades out. See, that's a Kabaya one. That's one for the Kabaya. And this one is Toy World's Infinitor. So he doesn't have the elbow blades. It is Toy World's Infinitor. I'll turn them around. There we go. And there is another one. There's Toy World's Infinitor. try and zoom that in like that. Oh, and of course the very big one is A Stone's Fort Max, you know, is it Wonderfest? You know, from that novelty giant item, and there it's there. So there's A Stones. There's A Stone. That's the giant Cerebros there. So that's that A Stone one, as you can see in my video reviews. So there we go. That giant novelty thing I've got. So that's the giant Cerebros. So there's all the Cerebros together. Okay, so I thought I would just do that. That's pretty fun. Right, let's get on with the transformation of, I'll take them out of there, of, we'll do Snapdragon first, okay? Right. Right, to transform this guy to jet mode. Now, before I do that, the storage for this is back here. These little tail fins, or tail fins. Tail fins are back there. You can put them in the holes there, okay, where you see them displayed. So that's that, okay? So what you want to do is just take them off. Take on these holes there. I'll take these off. That's just the kind of Earthrise style mode, because Earthrise has them moulded in anyway. You take the head off. There you go. It's just a peg and 2 slots. Goes in there like that, and the slots limit the articulation of the head. That's why it's got these. So there, just put it aside. Right, come to here. Do that. Move this. Unpeg it from there. You can see it peg into a slot in there. Open this. Move this up. It's a bit weird, this. I'll open this up first. Open this up. We'll go into jet mode first and then monster mode. I know we could do it a different way. Lift that up. And, well, actually, rotate this bit round. Like that. That was off screen. Rotate this bit round. It's in a hinge there. Just rotate the bit the legs are on. Edge there. And rotate this bit out. Okay. And close that up. Now mine, this bit was a bit stiff. And it felt as if it was going to break it. And it, you know, it's a kind of resistant point there. And it goes forward. And there's supposed to be a tab there. It tabs into the top of that. But it doesn't. You don't feel it click. It just stays loose. But there's enough stiffness in that joint to hold it there, but it's not perfect. But with my copy, it doesn't lock in. It's supposed to lock in, but with my copy, it doesn't for some weird reason. But there's enough stiffness in that joint to hold it in place. So thank goodness for that. Otherwise, it wouldn't. So yeah. So the cockpit's upside down. You want this side facing up the way. You want this side facing up the way. So what you do is you rotate. There's a rotational joint in this. You rotate that whole cockpit section round and just make sure it stays straight. There is a little bit wiggly waggly. It doesn't lock in, so you get a little bit wiggly waggly, but that's good for the when you turn it into Dragon or Dinosaur mode. You get that extra articulation with the tail. But anyway, back to this. What you want to do is you want to open this up. Right, open these up, move this out. It's on a kind of weird race part there. You want to lever this part out and you want to rotate this bit round. I hope that's all on screen. I want to get these out the road. You want to rotate this bit round and this bit goes over that. Okay, it just sits over there. Right, there's a tab there and there's one on the other side. There's a square insert. See where my finger is, where the nail is, right there. It's hard to see. I'll try and get it better. Right where my nail is, a fingernail with that finger above it, there's a little square insert and it just fits over that. Okay, so you just push that over like that. Don't do it just yet, but keep it. That's where it will live. So do the same with this side. Open it up. Swing this whole hinge, raised pole hinge, whatever you wish to call it, section out, and rotate this bit around. I should get these damn things out of the road. Move that. Do the same with that side, and you want to rotate this bit round like that. Actually, I think that's right. Yeah, it is. You want to rotate this bit round like that, so these are facing out the way either side. Okay, not top and bottom. You want to rotate the waist rotation. That's basically your waist rotation right there. So you want to rotate the waist rotation part round till you got something like this. So these are on either side. Then all you do is just tab them in to those parts I showed with the square insert. You tab that in. You do the same with this side. You tab it in. This is a bit stiffer, but it locks it in, and you're left with something like this. Now we get to the neck of the dinosaur. Yeah, this is going to be the neck or dragon. You pull, one of them's got a tab inside it that folds away, so you just, if you get fingernails or whatever, pull that out. It's got a little hole there, and you just put them together. Just squeeze them together if you can. Squeeze them together like that, and there, and push these bits down. They don't lock in, they just push down over it to fill in that gappiness that would. Now this does articulate a little bit. It's not great of an articulation. You are going to get a stoppage point even with these up. It's got a stoppage point, so it's not great articulation that's on it. But that's where the head's going to go in there. So right, this is all floppy, isn't it? Actually, have I got that right? I haven't got that right. Hold on. I've got that wrong. You want to rotate this section round that way. That's the way, because you want these holes. Actually, am I right with that? Yeah, you want these holes facing up the way. You want these holes facing up the way. And I think that's right. Hold on to see. Yeah, that's right. Because the tail, you want the dart side facing up the way, underside of it facing up the way. So that's the way. So rotate it so these two whole parts are facing up the way. Now, wait, I'm turning this into dinosaur mode, aren't I? I was meant to turn it into jet mode first, but I'll turn it into dinosaur mode first. Okay, I'm halfway to dinosaur mode anyway, so I may as well. I'll turn it into jet mode. Okay, so you rotate these bits round. No, you don't. You rotate these parts round, and the feet are already there. So that's, you get one side. I'll rotate that bit around there like that, and you rotate that bit so the tab is facing out the way. Okay, either side, and you can adjust it to your heart's content. So you ended up with something like this. Now the tail, as you see, unlike the Earthrise version, can articulate there. I think the Earthrise one's locked in there. Obviously it's the same, you can do that with the tail with Earthrise one, but this one actually has the added thing that it does move slightly, so you can get even more articulation with the tail. And you pull these little arms down like that. You pull them both down and pull them both down like that. And there we go. Now you get to take the head. Obviously you get a little peg and two tabs, and the peg lives in there. So just put it on. And just squeeze it tight in there. Adjust everything a little bit, and there's Snapdragon and his Dinosaur dragon type mode. Open the mouth, and there he is. There he is, and he's all his glory. Looking pretty cool. That's him in the basic mode. There's a few other added bits you can do. Hold on, I'll stand them up. There's a few other bits you can add onto it. You can lower that tail like that to stand it better. So, but that's Snapdragon right there. Okay, I'll hold them up to bring them up. So you can, you can see it looks pretty cool. It is better with this than the Earthrise, isn't it? So there we go. That's it. And there it is there. And looking pretty cool. Okay, I better get on with this half an hour. So you can add these on, like the Siege. I'll do the Siege one first. What you do is just rotate that. Or Earthrise, sorry. I'll give it the Earthrise look first. You rotate that and you plug them in there. And there is the Earthrise look. Obviously you put the same on the other side, but you just rotate the lower legs round and rotate them round so the tabs on the inside, and you can tab them. But it locks those two sections together, so you can't get, you can only do that. You can't bend the leg. I don't know how the Earthrise one works, but you can take the top one off like that and you can get articulation, but you're bending it the wrong way. So, weird, but you can unpeg the top one and get articulation going, but that's basically what the Earthrise one's like. You know, it's got them. I just did one side because you also know what the other side look like. Now I'll move that around the right way and move that around the right way and get it bending that way. Now the other thing instructions show is you put them with these bits, whoops, with these bits, you get a tab there, slot there, you just tab it in, it just tabs in there, and you get them, so you can add them on. They go into these holes there. That's why that bit with the holes faces up the way, because you plug them in. Okay, and I'll do the same on this side quickly. This thing's longer than I thought it would be. And you do this with this. And you can do that. That's the other configuration for Snapdragon. Again, see, Earthrise, you don't get that because they're moulded onto the legs. So you do get the added bonus with this figure of putting them on there. Right, that's that configuration. Right, now because he's called Snapdragon, this is the other thing you can do. This is the best thing you can do. So I'll get to that QC issue in a minute. There's a QC issue with it. So what you want to do is you try and work out how you do this. Oh, shoot. Right, so it's like that. It's like that. So you have it like that. You have it like that. It's not zoomed. You put that in there like that. There's pegs on both sides. You put it in there and you put it in like that. And that's a tab, that's a peg as well. So the peg goes up in there, not down there, up in there. You can put it down there if you want, but I think it's better up there. You can angle it a wee bit and there he's got a dragon wing. See? Snapdragon, he's got dragon wings. So we'll do the same with the other side. Put that on there. Tab it together. Angle the wings. You can angle it as much as little as you want. It's up to you. It's your figure. Do it with as you please. Right. Tab that in there. Not tab it in too tight. I'll push it all the way in and angle it a wee bit. And there is Snapdragon with actual dragon wings, which try and show me that Earthrise doing that. Now Earthrise DNA design might come out with dragon wings you can add to it, you know, because obviously the wings are moulded onto the legs and Earthrise version. But with this, you can get that straight away. You don't have to wait for DNA design to create a upgrade kit or add-on kit. You can get this straight away. That's what I like about this. And of course the head's better. It's not got the Titan Master legs sticking away out. There's no huge gaps when you close the mouth. It closes fantastically. So I do like it. There is one glaring issue with this. There's one glaring issue that it doesn't lock in. That bit there connects to that when that's all folded up inside there. It doesn't lock in. So you're left with this. There's no way to lock it in, which is a pain in the butt. I mean, when you're doing it like that, it's fine, but if like that, it's going to open up like that. There's nothing to hold it in place. So annoying. But there we go. That's him in his dragon mode. Right, let's quickly get it into jet mode. That's the mode I thought I was going to go to just now. So we'll take that off, straighten that, put these little arms away. You keep these bits the way they are, take them off. That's actually the right way, so you don't have to do much to get the jet mode going here. You do have to rotate this. You rotate that bit round like that. It can be either way, both sides are the same. So if you rotate it one way, it's not going to matter, as long as it's side on. Okay, like that. So what you want to do is rotate this bit round with the tab facing in the way, because the tab is going to slot into that. Now with this bit here like that, because this is ball jointed onto the front of the part and that tabs into the back, it locks it in. I'll show you in a minute. It does lock the whole thing in. So you just line it up and tab it on. I've tried to tab it on, if you can line the blooming thing up. There we go, that's one tabbed in. Put the dragon feet up the way. Okay, do the same on the other side. Rotate that bit, tab it onto the side. And you can see that's all locked in. It isn't when it's in dinosaur mode or dragon mode, but it's locked in now. That's not going anywhere. That's what I like about this. The jet mode's the best because everything locks in. You see the QC issue when it doesn't. That just hangs back there like that, and you just peg the things onto there. You tab them with a tab onto there like that, and you tab it onto the side here like this, and that's his jet mode. You do the same with this one, and that's if I get it the right way, and that's his jet mode there. So yeah, it's good the way that it all locks in. The actual jet stroke arms lock the front part of the body to the back part of the body. It locks it in. That's what I like, because that's floppy when it doesn't. I don't know why it doesn't lock in. That's a major issue with especially with Unique Toys. You've seen the Peru Killer and all that and their Challengers, but you'd expect them to do better, but anyway, it's pretty cool that this doesn't lock in. It's a bit floppy as well. See, it's easy to knock that off from being straight. So there we go. Oh right, other thing, as you can see in there, there's 2 slots and a peg. You open this up again, like the little Titan Headmaster. It's just a 2-bit thing, like the Cerebros. It's just a 2-bit thing. There's no articulated arms, and there's a wee face for the head. Let me zoom that in. So it's very basic, but what you want to do is bring that legs forward to that peg is sitting like that. Okay, so it's like that with the tabs there and the peg there. Then it lines up with the slots and the holes in there. So you just peg it all in and close it over, and that's where it lives. I like this one better because the cockpit on the Earthrise is there. Yeah, the cockpit's actually up there, and same with the Earthrise. There's a cockpit, there's a translucent bit there, and there's a big translucent bit there. But the cockpit in the Earthrise one, I'll give it its dues, has an interior cockpit design. So that's what I like about it. It has an interior cockpit design. So that's what I like. That's why I prefer this than. And the original was the same. It had a bit there that's, you know, just plain, no cockpit, secondary cockpit type thing that Earthrise has. So I like that better. Okay, so I'll get that to robot mode in a sec. Let's get on with Cerebros. So Cerebros, there's actually one extra thing I forgot to do with it. You can actually untab these, and it's got pegs. You can peg it into the hands, and it gives them these kind of weird swords. So you can do that with either one. They both do it. And he has swords. Okay. So there we go. He's got swords. Even though he's got other swords, you can use them as swords as well. The ears. So you can do that. So let's get him transformed up into his head mode, even though he's so take that wee head off. What you want to do is this. You move this whole thing forwards. Like that. You have it like this. Because that's like that, right? Make sure it's in this configuration. It's like that. Okay? Make sure it's like that configuration. Because you're going to tab that into that middle slot there. There's a tab there and a tab at the bottom of the other foot. You're going to tab it on. So that's the way you want it. It tabs in like that. Make sure that's like that. And bring it up like this. And tab it in. Right, that's the back done. That's the back of the head done. Right, bring this whole thing up, and you see Cerebros, Fortress Maximus's face. It's there. Right, what you want to do here is bring that round like that, move that up, and there's a hinge there. You'll see it. There's a hinge there. Move this up, and there's a tab there that will fit into that slot there, basically the mushroom peg slot. It tabs into that. So you just want to line it up and tab it in. It doesn't go all the way in, but it does tab in. So do the same again with this one. Put the vents forward. Move the arm up that with that hinge and tab. Whoops. Well, try and tab it in to that slot there, the mushroom peg type slot. And all you want to do now is there's a couple of things you want to do. There's a weapon storage thing I'll show you, and all you want to do now is just add the ears. Just add the ears onto there, just peg it on there, and just peg it on there. I think the ears go that way, yeah, I think they do. Yeah, they go out the way, don't they? So that's what you want to do. Although that one's closer into that than that. I don't know why that one's sticking out a wee bit. That one seems closer in. But anyway, that's what you want to do. And yeah, why is that not lined up there? Anyway, the ears are in, and you end up with something along the lines of this. So there's Fort Max's head. You can put a little headmaster on it like that. You know, it's got no body to attach into yet. And now instructions say, with the two swords that you get with it, you just put them in there, put them in his fists, and that's weapon storage. So you put one in there like that, and you put the other in there like that, and that's the weapon storage. Looks stupid, but that's what the instructions say to put them there, so that's where you put them. And there we go. That's Fort Max, all thing made up. Have a good look at his face. Looks really cool. I'll lift that. There's nothing at the top of the head, but there he is, looking really cool. Little guy there. And that's it. That's all she wrote with that. Okay. So give me a sec, I'll put them both back into robot mode and finish the video. So that's it. That has been Unique Toys UT-05 Day and Night, basically Legends class, Cerebros and Snapdragon from Unique Toys, and it's their Palm series. I think it's a Palm series. I think that's what I forgot to say at the top of the video. It's Palm series. Okay, so that's me. I'll go and do the other two I showed you earlier. I'll go and do the video for them. It should be up by the time you watch this anyway, so watch one, you watch the other. So that's that. Okay, again, issue with him that the body doesn't lock in when it's in Dragon or Dinosaur mode. It doesn't lock in, but it locks in when it's in Jet mode because of how the components lock together. So you saw that during the course of the video. But it's weird. It is an issue, but it's not a complete issue if you don't futz around with it. It holds together, but if you start messing about with it, it starts to get floppy, and you start seeing that particular issue. But obviously the upside is you can turn them into the dragon wings and take them off, that you can't do with the Earthrise version. That's better. It doesn't have that secondary cockpit as well, which I prefer. You can store it like the original G1 that had the same storage area. So in jet mode, so it's cool. Cerebros, of course, doesn't have a body. There's no Unique Toys Fortress Maximus body, so you just get the head. So that's what it is. But it's quite good, Cerebros, and that's it. Okay, I better go now. This has been a very long one. It wasn't meant to be this long, but you know me, I tend to ramble on as usual. And that's that. So look out for my next one. Thank you very much. Bye for now.